Hello, everybody, and welcome to Science Clinic IGCSE Organic Chemistry Revision. In this revision class, we are going to look at four families of organic compounds. Organic compounds, they have more than four families, but for IGCSE requirements, we'll just look at four of them. And those four families that we are going to look at are the alkanes. We'll look at the alkenes, the alcohols. We'll look at the carboxylic acid. So these are the four main families that we are going to look at now. But there's another one or two that are mentioned in IGCSE curriculum, but they are not explicitly stated in the curriculum, which is the esters. So we're going to include this as part of those we are going to talk about. So these families, just like human families, they have members of the family, and the name of each member of the family reflects the family to which the member belongs. So when you know the name of a member, you can know the family of that member. If you know the family name, you can also derive the name of a member from that family name. So we're going to start by naming the compounds in each of the families. We can identify the name of a family in two ways. So this name, if you look at this family name, this name can be divided into two parts. The alk part, as you have the alk here, then we have the alcohol here. In fact, I can give this one. This one has another name that can reflect this alk as well. So alcohols are also called alkanols. So we can say that we have alk in this name as well. Carboxylic acid have another name that is called alkanoic acids. So we can see we have that alk in that as well. So in fact, esters, they are also called the alkanoids. And you can see that we have alk in that as well. So that alk, we look at that. That's a part of the name. Another part of the name is the end part here. For the alkene, we have ANs, anes. This one, ins, and this one is alls. This is oic acid, and this is oit. So this is very important. So we'll start with the end part of the name first. So whenever you see a compound that the name ends with ANA, you know that that compound belongs to the alkane family. For example, when you have ethane, so you don't need to disturb yourself. You know, oh, this one belongs to the alkane family because of this A and E. And if you have a compound that the name is ethane, so definitely you will know that there's difference between ethane and ethane. So ethane belongs to the alkane family, ethane belongs to the alkene family. In fact, if you write their molecular formula, it will be different. For ethane, it's going to be C2H6, and for ethane, the molecular formula is C2H4. We'll look at this molecular formula as well as we go. For the alcohols, so when you see a compound that the name ends with all, like ethanol, you will know that, oh, this one belongs to the alcohol family. And the molecular formula is C2H5OH. For the carboxylic acid or alkanoic acid, we can use ethanoic acid as an example of the family member. And the formula for this is CH3, CH3, I wrote C3, sorry, CH3COOH. So this is ethanoic acid. So for ethyl ethanoid, sorry, for alkanoid, we can write the name as, although we don't really need that for now, but let me just put that, ethyl ethanoid. So which is CH3 COO C2H5. So this is ethyl ethanoate. Don't disturb yourself with all this chemical formula for now. We'll dive deeper into them. We'll soon dive deeper into them as the class unfolds. So the summary here is that when the name ends with whatever any of this, you can refer back to the family of that name, of that compound from the name. Ethane belongs to the alkane, ethene belongs to the alkene, ethanol belongs to the alcohol or alkanols, ethanoic acid belongs to carboxylic acid or alkanoic acid, and ethyl ethanoate belong to the alkanoid or ester family. Now, what about the beginning part of the name? So if you look at these examples that I gave, you will see that all of them, they have the same way of pronouncing them. Eth, eth for ethane, eth for ethane, eth for ethanol, eth for ethanoic acid, and eth for ethyl. Can this be a coincidence? No. So this eth or whatever stand for the number of carbon atoms that are found in that compound. So if you check all these compounds that I gave here, the eth, 2 carbon atoms. This eth, 2 carbon atoms. This ethanol, 2 carbon atoms. This ethanoic acid, 1 carbon and 1 carbon, making 2 carbon atom. And then we have ethyl, eth, 1 carbon, 1 carbon, that is 2. And then we have ethanoate, that under eth here. And you can see we have 2 carbon atoms here as well. So we can start with that whenever a name starts with eth, like this, it means that compound has 2 carbon atoms. The one that comes before this, if the compound has 1 carbon atom, the name will start with meth. So if the compound has 3 carbon atoms, the name will start with prop. And if that compound, another compound, has a name start with 4 carbon atoms, the name will start with bute. And for 5 carbon atoms, the name starts with pent. It goes beyond 5. It can be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But for IGCSE, I can add one more anyway. If the compound has 6 carbon atoms, then it's going to be hex. Okay, so let's build a compound from the alkane family. So we want to build compounds from the alkane family following this number of carbon atom. So let me just move this one down a little bit. So it means if the compound belongs to the alkane family and it has only 1 carbon atom, so it means it's going to be CH4. This molecular formula is not needed yet. Let me start with the name. So it's going to be methane. Meth and ane. So methane has this molecular formula, CH4. If the compound has 2 carbon atoms and it also belongs to the alkane family, we're talking about the alkanes now. So this one is going to be ethane, just the one like the one we have up there, C2H6. The 3 carbon, that is propane, C3H8. 4 carbon atoms, it's going to be butane, C4H10, and then pentane, butane C5H12 and hexane, that is C6H14. So we have the first 6 members of the alkane family. We have their name. In summary, the name, when you have the name of an organic compound, you can get 2 information from that name. Number one, you can know the number of carbon atoms in that compound, and you can also know the family to which the compound belongs. So in the next series, we are going to look at the formula of these compounds. How do we show the formula of those compounds? We'll look at that in the next series. Thank you.